We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here above the 448 area and fighting to stay above 450. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 8:45 a.m. sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 110% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY in the after hours fighting to stay above 450. We're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into next week and what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge over the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot at 10:10 a.m. sent out a bull indicator. And from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge over the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from red bars to bright green bars in yesterday's after hours and today's pre-market, and back down from bright green bars to red bars within today's volatility. Now, if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the volatility continuing here within 42 vision. You could see in the last 3 days how a bear indicator popped up at the 450 level. Yesterday, we were talking about this bull indicator and how the inflows were following, and it needed to confirm, and it did. And it got a bull indicator here at 449, hit highs here at 451, almost 452, and rejected up here at a key resistance level. And a bear indicator has popped up once again at the 451 level, dominating over the chart, canceling out that bull indicator here on the 30-minute and rejecting in the second half of the day as it tried coming back above that bear indicator and still dominating here within the chart. So we're going to pair up the inflow versus outflow to see if it further justify this weakness, or will there be strength here and start a staircase effect going into next week, and are those inflows pushing back up towards the midpoint? We're going to take a look at that in just a moment. But here we are with a bear indicator dominating on the 30-minute, on the 1 hour, no bear indicator just yet. The bull indicator from down here at 355 continues to dominate. It's been fighting here to hold support above 448 and 450 area. Keeps rejecting up here. near the 451, 452 level. That's going to be crucial and critical going into next week. And in the volatility on the 15-minute, a bear indicator popped up at 451.45, and it did a full transition from the rip area to the dip area here and back up to the rip area from the dip area in today's volatility. And a bull indicator popped up here at 450.84. It is still fighting to hold itself, dominating over this chart, and it's going to be crucial and critical to find support, bounce back up, rip through these highs up here at 451.40 and break out to newer highs to further justify the strength of this bull indicator. And also the inflows will need to follow to justify such a move, which we're going to go ahead and pull up our inflow versus outflow and talk about the key levels I would watch going into next week. Here we are with the SPY stock, the SP500 index, having the outflows dominate into the open, and in the second half when things try to come back up here on the 30-minute, inflows try to dominate. But here we are in the after hours with outflows once again pulling away from the midpoint, dominating over this chart, and it's at negative 0.46. Definitely something to not ignore here, and I'm going to be watching, could it level off, switch from red to green, come back over the midpoint, and try to start that staircase effect here and retest those resistance levels. If not, it could continue to reflect weakness into these charts and retest key support levels. So definitely something to not ignore here on the 30-minute. And when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see how outflows began on the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, in the pre-market and into the open. And in the middle of the day, it started to dominate, right? And the reason why when things tried coming back up here in the bigger picture, we could see that outflows continue to dominate. And that's why weakness was actually found pretty quickly, because the inflows did not follow and they quickly started to pull down on the lower time frames. And on the outflow, it is at negative 0.30. Definitely something to not ignore here in the volatility of the bigger picture. But no bear indicator just yet. Definitely something to not overlook on the 1 hour. Now, on the 30-minute, outflows have crossed. And on the 15-minute in the volatility, same thing. We could see it here. Outflows began into the open, dominating, brought itself back up. And once it crossed it, it lost traction here and crossed it here into the after hours, right? Sitting at negative 0.4 on the 15-minute. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is the outflows are dominating, and I'll be watching the support levels, right? And the first support level is 449. If that gets broken through, I'll be watching how these outflows react on the 15-minute as well as on the 30-minute if they continue to pull down lower. And the next support is the 448.50 area to 448 level, and if that gets broken through, then I'll be watching the 445 area. So those are the key levels I'll be watching to the downside. Now to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical here for these inflows to pick back up, cross the midpoint on the 15-minute, continue this staircase effect to the upside, and roll that strength over into the 30-minute and the 1 hour, because the 1 hour has not gone a bear indicator just yet. As we stated earlier in the video, and we saw, it has had a bull indicator since the 435 area, and it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to pick back up and switch from red to green. And the first resistance is the 451.50 area to the 452 level, and if that gets broken through, then I'll be watching the 455 area, and above that, if these inflows have strength and we have multiple bull indicators, the next resistance I'll be watching is the 457 level. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I'm going to be watching them very carefully, especially here on the 15-minute as it's really close to the midpoint and leveled off, as well as on the 30-minute. Even though it's sharply going downwards, it's not that far from it, and it's going to be crucial for these inflows to pick back up to justify any strength and continue the possibility here of holding support above the 450, 448 level and using this staircase effect to push up and retest key resistance levels. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.